Chapter 1. As I ride the elevator up to my company's suite on the 30th floor, I breathe deeply, steeling myself for another challenging day, another day of arguing with Buone Case, with Alessandro Giordano. I can't decide if I'm exhausted or thrilled by the prospect. Probably a bit of both, but as it's Friday, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. The elevator doors open, and I get the same thrill I do every morning to see my company's name, Evans Realty Services, over the entryway of our reception area. Though it's well before her usual start time, our receptionist, Lucy Drummond, has already arrived. Just from the looks of it, as she removes her coat and starts her computer. "Good morning, Lucy," I offer as I enter. She looks up, momentarily surprised, her dark eyes jumping to meet mine. "Oh, Miss Evans," she responds. "Good morning. I didn't hear the elevator." I smile warmly. "Sorry if I startled you," I apologize. "Why are you in so early?" "I have to leave after lunch for a doctor's appointment," she explains, then adds in a dry tone. "Don't worry, there will be someone else in this afternoon to cover the phones." Lucy has always been a bit mouthy for the year or so she's worked here, but I frankly find it kind of refreshing, and far preferable to the fake deference so many people show me. "I have no doubt you have everything under control as usual, Lucy," I reassure her. "I'll be in my office." Secretly, I do doubt it, as I doubt everything. But as the company grows, I've had to learn to let go of micromanaging every dimension. As usual, I don't see anyone else as I head to my office, besides my general feeling that, as the boss, I should be here first. I like to be in before everyone else to have some quiet time to get ready for the day. I set my bag on my desk and hang my coat on the back of my office door, glancing at the dull, misty Seattle skyline out the window before taking a seat. After sending a few emails, I review the latest briefing I've assembled for our weekly tag-up meeting with Buone Case. It's a summary of the relevant regulations governing building size based on property zoning. I'm hoping to use it to convince Mr. Giordano to scale back his plans or increase his budget. But the real trick will be convincing him he can't have both. At first, I chalked up his insistence on waiting for perfection to a cultural difference. Perhaps Italian real estate development is easier, more adaptable to the developer, but with several years of developing in the San Francisco Bay Area under his belt and his clear shrewdness and business acumen, it's become clear that it's merely stubbornness. In a way, I admire his tenacity, but it's bordering on being a nuisance, and in any case is impeding our ability to move forward. A few minutes before the meeting, I hear a small knock on my door. I look up, expecting to find my assistant, Maggie, checking in to remind me of the meeting. But instead, am startled to see Mr. Giordano. His dark brown hair carefully mussed, he looks more like a male model than a real estate developer, leaning casually against my doorframe. His fitted, tan slacks and black buttoned shirt open at the neck would be fitting for a casual Friday if they weren't clearly designer and impeccably tailored to his tall, slim frame. "Buongiorno," he greets me, and as usual, I must suppress a shiver of enjoyment at his deep, lilting accent. "Do you have a minute?" "Buongiorno," I respond, glancing at the clock. "Of course. We have a few minutes before the meeting. Let's head to the conference room and we can talk." I rise, bringing my laptop and folio. His appraising glance at my white button-front shirt dress belted over navy leggings reminds me why I never let him get me alone in my office.